As many of you know, this is Tyson Edwards, very famous Olympic lifter. He's got his own lifting series. He's far more advanced than myself, so definitely check that out to see some more intense training. So yes, Tyson's here to provide a bit of commentary. He can also provide more of an expert opinion on what I'm saying.
Actually, I'll do my best to contribute.
This marks 1 year of Olympic lifting.
It's flown by.
It has.
What have you accomplished?
My squat, I think. It's hard to say because obviously I didn't walk in the gym and try and max out my back squat.
Hey guys,
Yeah. So I think at the start of my training it was about 90 kilograms and now it stands at 112 kilos. So not a bad increase. Now let's go back to
be honest, I would have thought your back squat would be heavier after a year. I'm sorry. On average, how many times would you say you've squatted a week?
Twice.
Yeah, twice, that's not much.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Let's get all the important stuff out of the way, then we can dick around, alright? Yeah. My deadlift has increased from 100 kilograms to 155 in a year. That's pretty decent.
Yeah. 45.
Arrogant.
Did I hear you right?
I think it has a bit to do with me never trying to max my deadlift before. Again, I wouldn't have started my first day and just maxed out.
Yeah.
So this month has been challenging in the sense that I've still been battling this shoulder injury. To be smart, I have not been doing any overhead work. And fortunately throughout the month I've started slowly doing specific movements, but I still haven't really been able to do difficult snatches or clean and jerks. So it's quite frustrating because that's obviously what I'm training for. I've still been getting stronger in my legs, which is obviously my weakness, but I want to keep working on that form as well. I'm worried slightly that not having done these lifts when I can finally do them again, if my form is a bit... So I think that gets most of the serious stuff out of the way. Now, we're going to have some fun.
Tyson, do you expect my personal best back squat to go up this month?
It really depends on what you've been training.
Now, let's look again at my goals for the end of the year. From today, I have 6 months to achieve these goals. That is the 80 kilo snatch and the 100 kilo clean and jerk. Currently, my best snatch is 60 and my best clean and jerk is 70. So a bit of work to do there, but I'm still feeling very confident that I'll achieve these. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think that's achievable in 6 months.
So I'm excited for this coming month. I'm really hoping to get back into these Olympic lifts. I do feel like my shoulder is now well and truly quite right on that as well. Over this month I also finally realized what the shoulder injury was. It was simply just tendinitis in my supraspinatus. I finally understood that it was tendinitis because I've had tendinitis in the past in my elbow and stuff like that, and to me the signature sign that it was tendinitis was raising my arm like this is still a little bit uncomfortable. There's like something that just feels a little bit tight and there's like a reflex to not flex that muscle. But if I actually just push through that reflex for about 5 seconds, the pain goes away completely and it feels strong. And I had that same thing with tendinitis in my elbows. If I'd open a door, it would hurt, but if I would do a back lever and just sort of force myself, after a second, the pain would go away. So obviously you never want to push that anyway, but just that sort of symptom helped me identify that it was tendinitis. And it's made me much more positive because I now know that I just need to keep resting it and it will improve. So let's get stuck into what is hopefully going to be an exciting month of getting past this injury and back into training full on. Due to the shoulder injury, I was unable to do any snatch or clean and jerk this month. Instead, I worked on simpler movements with lighter weights. Straight leg snatch requires brute strength, so I was still getting a good workout with a lighter weight, which allowed my shoulder to slowly build up to the heavier weights.
shoulder the stick. This gap. Close. Eyes coming up. Always bring the back. Stay close. Always make sure shoulders in. Always try to get the hips through.
Later in the month, I slowly started to increase the weight as there was no discomfort.
More jump to the toe, huh? Yeah.
Being unable to work on the Olympic lifts this month, we focused more on mobility instead. These overhead squats were very difficult for me as my limited thoracic mobility made it very difficult to keep my back tight in the deep squat. The bar in front of me ensures that I don't lean too far forward. You can see my back is rounding at the bottom where it needs to stay arched. This exercise looks simple, but I was pushing really hard to achieve the desired shape. This is definitely something I need to keep working on.
Forward and get the back. Up.
Later in the month, I increased the weight as my mobility continued to improve.
You said snatch press, right? You said snatch press. So that's it. Because you need
Another mobility exercise that we were working on was snatch strict press out of the deep squat position. This was ridiculously hard for me, even with just the bar. You can see my back is rounding. I simply cannot yet keep it in the ideal position in a deep squat, which is making my shoulders work a lot harder than they should in this exercise. Ricky suggested I don't squat so low. Instead, I squatted just before the point where my lower back rounds. This made the press much easier.
What's after this?
So there's a back extension. This is what other countries, except the kids in weightlifting, they usually test them. Grip, narrow grip on the stick and do all in squat. All the way down. And if you just arch around your lower back, you miss. You lose the connection on the legs and the back. So it has to be straight on. So keep the weight above you, safe. You miss.
Ricky demonstrates an overhead squat with the clean grip without lifting shoes on.
Oh my god.
You can see he has an arched back and his shoulders are open. This is ideal technique. You can clearly see when my back rounds and how this affects the position of the bar. There is no way I could do this movement with a heavier weight. I need to improve my thoracic and shoulder mobility first. Doing this exercise will help improve this.
Go back, and up. Now, let's go. Hands for more. And up.
Why did you go so forward? I feel like I'm looking at the ground.
This is 135 kilos. Doing squat jerk behind the neck. To do this exercise, you're going to need to be really, really flexible and strong in the ball position. I hope I can do this. I've never done this before.
This solid squat jerk directly shows the importance of the thoracic mobility we were working previously. This mobility is essential when lifting heavier weights. Feeling strong on 135, Rihi went for 155 kilograms. This was my first time back squatting 90 kilograms for 5 reps. I'm slowly getting stronger. I was working a lot of clean pulls this month, as my shoulder felt fine while doing them. I'm quite happy with the weight, though I need to brush it up more, not outwards. This has been a month of slow and steady progress. My base strength, mobility, and shoulder are all slowly improving. Next month, I'm the strongest I've ever been. You'll learn more about recovering from tendinitis, and I'm finally getting back into the Olympic lifts. Make sure to subscribe so that you're the first notified of new videos, and I'll see you in month 12.